Enemy for Scratch Junior, how to draw and code Santa, and this is a present drop game. And I had a lot of fun making this. I hope you do too. So we're going to look at how this works. So let's hit the start flag. This is the opening screen, and it'll go right into the game. And on this game, you're trying to catch the presents before they hit the ground. We have a right and a left button that lets us move left and right when we click on them. We also had the clear, which I used when the game started there to clear all the presents from the screen. That helps you out. And then there's a speed boost. So if you're like, you can't get back to a certain present like this one, I hit that speed boost and it's able to go over there. You win the game if you play long enough. There we go. You can set that timer for as long as you want or as short as you want. If you're winning a lot, you might want to set the timer for a shorter time frame. Let's look and see what this game's all about and how it is coded or scripted. So I'm going to open up a new program just to show you how my pages are over here. So I had 4 pages. And the 4 pages, 3 of them have the same exact background, and one has a slightly different background. It's actually the city background. I hit the paintbrush to edit it. I hit the fill button, and I'm going to fill this in for snow. I can leave the street, that gray strip, or I can color them white. Doesn't matter really. And just go and use the same background for each page. Actually, that second page we're going to change a little bit. So the second page is where my game happens. So hit the page that's second page, click the snowy background, click the edit with the paintbrush. And on this one, all I did was I made on the side over here, I chose the rectangle square tool, and I just made a little area that's going to be where your buttons are. So it looks something like that. Okay. So those are our 4 pages. The first page, I did the game title. The third page was a you win, game over on the 4th. The one thing I want to show you here, and then I'm going to go over to the finish program and then kind of go over everything on that page, is we make a character that is just a line. So you get your rectangle tool, you draw across like this, and it's going to be a white line. But let me hit the check mark, until we get it in place, like set it right there, and then use that same exact line again. And so we'll go here, see if this character, actually, I'm not sure where that character went. So we'll make another one. And we'll go ahead down to the bottom here. And I'm going to hit that and just put it in place right down here. Okay. Now go to each of those and turn them white. Oops. There we go. Check mark. And then go to this one, paintbrush. Now it's not on the fill bucket because it's a line. So hit the line tool and then white. And see, now you can't see them. They're at the bottom. You don't want to touch those anymore, though, because it makes it confusing for the characters they get in front of them. So now is where you want to go and add the buttons and the rest of your characters. So it's a good time, though, let's draw Santa. So let's go over and we'll draw Santa, and then we'll work on the rest of our game. I'm going to choose my line tool in black. I'm going to make the hat. Well, make the point of the hat. Color that in dark red. We're going to make the circle tool. Also choose black. Make a small circle. Fill that in white. Choose the line tool again in the black. Now this time you'll notice that I'm going to make a line into where the hat is. That's because I have to draw kind of a rectangle shape and fill that in, or it won't actually fill in correctly. Choose the line tool in black again. I'm going to draw a little bit up into the hat one more time, just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to if you see the line that I made right here, I did that so that it will fill in the white. So I'll fill that in white. I'm going to get another line. And I'm going to go into the hat one more time, a little bit. And then I draw that line across there. And this time I'm going to fill it in. Kind of like Santa's face is going to be here. Now I'm going to get the nose, the black line. And I'm going to make this a pinkish color. Before I do fill that in, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and do his mustache. And that's going to go up here near the nose. I'm going to fill those in white. And I'll fill the nose in this light pink. Now I'm going to go up to the eyes, do circle tools. Make his eyes here. And fill them in white. I like to use the stamp tool to stamp the exact same eye here. And then I use the circle tool again, but this time I make a circle inside of there and fill that in black and stamp that. And then I use one more circle. This might be the time to zoom in a little bit. So I'm going to pinch the eyes or the pages. I'm going to zoom in. I'm just going to do a white dot on the edges, and it kind of makes it look like a moon shape. And while I'm here, I'm going to make a circle tool and make the mouth. It's kind of like a little oval down here. Fill that in black. And then use a little bit, maybe a different color pink. And I can draw in oval in here and fill that in. For his mouth, zoom back out. Now we can hit the line tool in the black. We can draw this coat coming out here. Kind of rounded on, maybe that's okay. I'm just going to make it, and that's why we draw the lines. I'm going to go back arrow, and a lot of times on that particular part, I kind of forget. So I'm going to draw the top of the coat right to the bottom of the beard, and now the shape should be pretty complete. Now I can fill it in. At the edges, I think I'm going to do a little bit thicker white line, and this is going to be in the line tool, and I'm going to draw a little bit here. This will be kind of just the bottom edge of his coat. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do black mittens. So I'll get the outline of them if I'd like. I'm going to start here. And fill that in. And on this side, draw the thumb around to the mittens. And we have his hands there. We'll go ahead and draw a black square, or actually rectangle, here. And I'm going to fill that in and select the gold or yellow. And it's kind of a thicker line there. I'll just pull down for the buckle. And that's the top part of the Santa Claus. So if we use them as on top of the rooftop or in the chimney, we can use the top part. If we want to draw down to the legs, we can go ahead and do this. And just draw the black line here. And I'm going to make this line a little smaller. And all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to draw across there. I'm going to fill that in white. Actually, I want to go ahead and draw the rest of that shape so I can fill it in white without touching the buckle. And then I can even do boots coming out at the bottom or small legs. I think I'm just going to do our boots at the bottom since I'm running out of room down here. And I can fill those in black at the bottom. And there we have our Santa Claus. When you're all done, you can hit your check mark. All right, we're back from drawing Santa. We can put Santa right in there if we'd like. You see that we did have those 2 lines at the bottom. So we have our 2 lines here. I actually do my title page last. So don't worry about working on the title screen until last, and you can figure out however you want to make it. So this is the second page. This is the game page. This is where everything happens. And what I wanted to do is look at every character. Now, I'm not going to draw every character. We took some time drawing Santa, but I will show you what they look like. The tool that we used was the rectangle tool. I used that tool to draw the lines. I used it to draw the top of the present. Like, remember when we draw the lines, we just make instead of the actual rectangle, we just draw a line down. Okay. And then I use the line tool to draw the ribbon. Okay. On this one, same thing, but I use the circle tool to make the dots. So if you touch your screen, you make dots. All right. And for the other presents. Now let's look at the code of those. So what does the code say? What are we making here? This says that when we touch the green flag to start the program, it's going to go at a medium speed down 1 space on the grid, and it repeats it forever. So this one looks like this when I try it. Why did it disappear? Well, it hit Santa, it disappeared, it came back to the top and reappeared after 30, which was about 3 seconds. What does this purple part do, though? What's that from? Well, that comes because when we hit the clear button, that ran the program. And all of the presents have this purple, and all of them have this when it bumps. So let's look at another present. The program's very similar. This one, I didn't change the speed. Actually, that medium speed is the same as that one. Gets bumped, 30, so that's 3. So this is what this one looks like. Why did that go to game over? Well, Santa's not standing underneath it. So that's hitting that white line at the bottom. So it's telling it that you lost the game. The present dropped, it broke, whatever. This is the next present. The only thing you might see a little change in is on this purple. Once I hit that clear button, I changed some of the times to make it reappear a little sooner. And then here's the last present. If you need some time to script it, just do a pause and script it out. Remember, you can change this however you like, okay? When I say change it however you like, I mean the times especially. I would keep most of the code the same because it keeps the game running smoothly and it keeps, what the goal of our game is. But you can adjust the times. You can add more presents. You can try with 2 presents instead right when you first start. One of the easier codes, this just says when we touch our red button, it sends a red letter. Remember, you have to change it to red. This is when we touch the green button, we send the green letter. Remember, when you're making these buttons and you make one of them, you can just go and select that same button, spin it around, change its color, and then you have the other button. Okay, when we make a mistake, we're going to go back. But that button just says when we touch it, send a green letter. Speed boost, we're sending a blue letter. And we're making it disappear right when we touch it. Where's that blue letter going? Well, that's going to Santa, and we'll see in a little bit. Purple, We send the purple letter and it disappears. Where's the purple going? Well, because we're clearing all the presents, the purple goes to the presents. So remember when we saw these, it opens the purple letter and then it disappears. So that clear helps you on your level when you can't get to it in time. Same with the speed boost, but speed boost is moving Santa. What's Santa's code? Well, the left button is this button here. So it opens the message sent. It's a fast button and it goes 2 to the left, opens the red one, goes 2 to the right. And why do we have 3 of these? Well, when I coded this and I have it going 10 grid spaces. See, one of them does this. One of them does that. One of them does, it does the same thing. But watch when I hit speed boost. Okay. It's running all 3 of these at the same time. So that's why I did that. And I could make it do 4 if I really wanted to. And then when I hit speed boost again, he goes even faster. Okay. So I want to get rid of that for now. Those lines that we talked about and put on the bottom of our screen when we first started, that's what these do. If any of the presents hit those, it goes to the page 3 game over page. Okay, I might have said the you win would be page 3. You can make those pages however you want. Just make it say game over when it hits. What's this all about here? This is our timer. And I have it in a loop or a repeat block, doing it 3 times. 99 is really about 10 seconds. Okay, not 99 seconds or anything like that. So 10, 20, 30 if it runs it 3 times. Say you're never winning, okay? There's things that you can adjust, but one of them is the timer. You can make this 20 seconds. So if you catch enough presents in 20 seconds and it doesn't hit, you win. If you're winning all the time, then you can speed up or lengthen the time. So if we have 30 seconds, maybe we can make it 40 seconds. So we can make that a 4. All right, that's about 40 seconds. So that's pretty much what the program is. And so all of those, we looked at them, and I'll just quickly go back through. There's the green present that we had. Now you can make them any kind or color presents you like. You can add presents, and they can come out differently if you'd like, and you can put timers on them. Right button, left button, speed boost. I like the speed boost and the clear. I was having some difficulty beating the levels, so I thought, how can I make this so I don't want that speed boost to be on there all the time? If you did, though, say you want to keep the speed boost, you just get rid of this. Don't make it disappear. So you just get rid of that. Don't make it disappear, and then you have your speed boost button all the time. Same with the clear button, if you want to keep that clear button. Now, I didn't keep those on there because I wanted them to help me when I was needing help, but I also didn't want it to be too easy and be able to just clear the screen all the time. So that's why I put it to disappear. Okay? If we look at our game over page, the only code I have here is that when I touch that play again, I made a play again button. And if you've made other games, you can use one of your other play again buttons as your character. When you touch it, goes back to page 2, which is the game page. You Win does the same thing. The only thing I did differently, I put Santa back in the You Win page, and I just made him bounce up and down for You Win. The opening page, present drop, okay? I just put 3 presents, I think. I didn't put all 4 from the game I already made, so just use the presents that you already have. Use your ABC up here, make it large letters, and whatever color you like. And I just did it twice to make it look kind of 3D. See, just like this. Okay. And that's how that page works. Now I have Santa. I had drawn Santa a couple different ways. So that's like a half Santa. If you have your full Santa on there, like our full Santa here, and you want to put him however you did. I just enlarged him. You could do something like that and put him at the bottom, kind of if you want him to go up here, and then put the present drop at the top or on the side or whatever. It's just a title screen, so it doesn't really matter too much. So let's look at the game one more time. Start button goes to the game, right button. Now that first part, I made a little bit too hard. So sometimes I have trouble getting through there. And a lot of times I have to use my clear button right away. So I might adjust that a little bit if I wanted to, but I kind of like that I do have to use the clear button. And I don't win every time, and that's a good thing. You don't want to win every time you play. All right, I hope you had fun making this. Until next time, have a great holiday.